Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of these United States, is everlasting in the memory of his country. He was born in Kentucky, raised in Indiana, and lived in Illinois. And this is what he said. This is what Abe Lincoln said. Fellow citizens, we cannot escape history. That is what he said. That is what Abraham Lincoln said.
Well, Nell, we're going to see Miss Annie. God rest her soul.
Thou wilt come, O gentle Annie, like a flower thy spirit did depart. Thou art gone, alas, like the many that have bloomed in the summer of my heart.
Hello, Miss Annie. I'm sure sorry you died before we could get married. I reckon I wasn't even worthy of you. You were so sweet and pretty and smart, and I was so lazy, clumsy, and dull. I had a real problem, Miss Annie. I don't know whether to stay here on the farm and work this farm from sun up to sundown, or study the law like you wanted me to. What'll I do? I know, Miss Annie. I'll take this stick here and stand it straight up. If the wind blows it toward me, then I'll stay here on the farm. But if it blows it toward you, well, then I'll study the law just like you wanted me to. The wind was blowing a mite strong on that one, Miss Annie. I think I ought to try again. Do you see the way that slipped out of my hand? Just plain slipped out of my hand like it was covered with butter or something. I think I should try again to make sure that it's real fair and square. Well, it fell towards you, Miss Annie. Looks like I'll go to law school and make something of myself. Might as well begin my legal education today. Let's see. Principles of the Law, Chapter 1. Third edition. GAF Publishing Company. Copyright 1836. Studying the law sure does make you tired.
Well, it's like this, Abe. I got me 50 head of cattle, and they get mighty thirsty. I guess the crops will get me through the summer, but I need them cows fat for the slaughter to get me through the winter. If they die me now, I might as well just give them to the buzzards. Now, Palmer Cass here, he struck a deal with me. He promised me all the water I needed at $10 a month. Now in the middle of July, he turns around and doubles his price. When I found out, I got madder than a wet hen. It just ain't fair, Abe. Abe? Abe!
About the fee, boys.
Fee? Well, you haven't even heard my side yet.
I reckon I know each of you boys well enough to know who's right and who's wrong. Palmer, answer me this. How much money do you have on you?
$1, $2, $350.
And Billy, you answer me this. How much money do you have on you?
I got 2, 4, 6 bits.
All right, Palmer. I'll take your case.
But Abe, you were supposed to take my case. That's why I came to you. They said you was a friend to the poor folks in this town.
Billy, did I ever tell you the one about King Midas?
I don't think so, Abe.
Well, why don't you stop in sometime when I don't have a client and I'll tell you about it. Say hello to your ma.
Son, you look like you might be a good rail splitter. Why don't you come over here and try it?
Ma, you know I'm devoting my entire energies to practicing the law.
And besides, you're so good at it. Never saw a woman who could swing an axe like you. Sure is hot out today, Ma.
Yes, I know.
This lemonade sure is cooling to the throat.
You all right, Ma?
Well, I guess she's just resting.
Hey, come quick. We need you. Abe, come quick. They've got my Bodilli in jail. They're gonna lynch him. They say he murdered Step One.
I'm coming. Ma, gotta go into town now. I should be back for supper.
Mr. Abe, hurry, please. They're gonna lynch my Billy.
Sure does move fast for a big woman.
Billy, you gotta tell me the truth. Didn't you kill Scrub White?
Hey, that mob out there means business. They're lynching mad. I'm not sure they'll stop at the boys. Abe, you gotta go out there and calm them down.
I think you ought to go out there. They'll listen to you.
Hey, I got a wife and 3 young ones.
Then I reckon you shouldn't go out there.
It's not the marshal at all. It's Lincoln. We've got to get Lincoln.
Ma'am, that's your boy they want. I think you should go out there. See if you can start crying in here. Never saw an elixir like a woman's tears to calm an angry man's soul.
Abraham Lincoln, you can't send that poor defenseless woman out into that angry mob. They'll tear her to pieces.
I reckon you're right.
Where is he? Why don't they send somebody? There he is. Why don't they send somebody out? Get that man.
He ain't talking me out of nowhere.
There he is. Lousy. No good. Murderous. Scum lawyer.
Scrub is like redhead.
Well, Abe, what happened?
Well, they're gone.
What did you say?
I told them Steve Douglas did it.
What'd they do?
I don't know, but I never saw a crowd break up so fast. To tell you the truth, They were all heading in the same direction. Oh God, I guess you entrusted the life of that boy into my hands. I try not to let him down. I need your help. I can't do it alone. I know you're busy helping folks all over this world. If you can spare a few moments for me over the next few days, I sure would appreciate it.
And so would Billy and his mom.
Lincoln! Steve Douglas! What's going on around here? Those people are trying to kill me. What'd you tell them?
Well, Steve, I told him the story of the fox and the hen. It goes like this.
Once upon a time in ancient Lincoln, I don't have time for that now! God, I reckon we can hold off helping me this week because I'm inclined to believe that Steve Douglas needs all your attention right now.
My horse down here. I've got enough outside, so I think.
Court is in session. The bar will now be closed. What?
Gee, Steve, I sure am glad you got out of that jam you were in.
No, thanks to you, Lincoln.
By the way, Steve, that's so gross. Mom, God rest her soul, always recommended camphor and mustard left.
Order in the court, order in the court. Mr. Prosecutor, call your first witness.
The state calls J. Palmer Cass.
You're being called as an eyewitness to the murder of Scrub White. Now, could you please relate to the court exactly what happened?
Well, like this. Last time I saw Scrub White alive, he was arguing with Billy over here.
And what were they arguing about?
Well, it was politics. Scrub White said that Abe Lincoln was the only one who could do good in Springfield. Billy said that Lincoln was a horse's ass.
Order in the court, order in the court.
What happened?
And then what happened?
Well, one thing led to another, and pretty soon Billy pulled out this big knife and stabbed Scrub White dead.
Are you sure it was Billy?
Well, yes, sir, Mr. Douglas. I could see real good. I was only 50 yards away, and it was broad daylight.
Your witness, Mr. Lincoln.
So your name is J. Palmer Cass.
Yeah, that's right.
The J stands for John. Why don't you use your name John Palmer Cass? Why don't you use your first name John? You're not trying to conceal anything, are you?
No.
Have you ever used John Palmer Cass?
Yeah?
Have you ever used J.P. Cass?
Yeah.
What about Edgar Allan Poe?
No.
How about Davy Crockett?
No.
You wouldn't be Chief Pontiac, would you?
Your Honor, I object to this absurd line of questioning.
All right, Steve. I'll withdraw the question. But I still think he's trying to conceal something. So you say you saw Billy kill Scrub White from a distance of 50 yards? It's a pretty long ways. I reckon that if it were dark outside, you wouldn't have been able to see that.
But what was it, Mr. Lincoln? Like I said, it was broad daylight.
How did you know it was broad daylight?
I reckon because the sun was out.
You know what I mean, Palmer? What time of day was it?
As a matter of fact, I can tell time real good. And I know exactly what time of day it was. 4 p.m.
I see.
Can I go now, Mr. Lincoln?
Well, Palmer, there's just one other question. What do you have against Scrub White?
Nothing.
Then why did you kill him?
I didn't. He was my friend.
Well, yes, you did. You killed him. It wasn't Billy who was arguing with Scrub. It was you, Palmer. And it wasn't Billy who called me a horse's ass. It was you, Palmer.
You can't prove it.
Yes, I can. You know what this is? This is the Farmer's Almanac. There was no sun last Tuesday at 4 p.m. Because that was the time of the solar eclipse. What? The only one of this century. So things got pretty dark around here, and you couldn't have seen him from a distance of 50 yards. So you killed him, Palmer. Didn't you? Didn't you?
No! No!
Breaking his
I didn't do it! I didn't do it! Case closed, bar open!
It was pretty clever Lincoln using that Farmer's Almanac.
You know, I reckon old Scrub was right. We could use a man like you in the legislature. And so, Lincoln, I think you should seriously consider throwing your hat in the ring.
Where's Lincoln? Send Lincoln out!
What's all that ruckus?
Send Lincoln out here!
Hey, Abe, the crowd's calling for you.
Hey, Abraham Lincoln! Come out! We'd like to see you, Lincoln! Come on out here!
Hey, look at the sky.
What's the matter with it?
I never saw it like that.
What's going on here? I think it's getting darker.
Hey, look at the sun.
It's burning up! Oh, Lord! No, that's the solar eclipse we're having.
Wait a second. I thought Lincoln said...
Lincoln lied to us.
He said only 1 century. Let's get him. String him up. Let's get the dog.
Well, Judd,
Like I always said, you can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. By the way, Judge, have you got a back door to this place?
And the Lincoln legacy lives on. The Lincoln Memorial. Lincoln Center. Lincoln, Nebraska. The Lincoln Continental. The Lincoln Head Penny. Lincoln Tunnel. Lincoln Lodge. And the Lincoln Motor Hotel off Route 21 in Newark, New Jersey. Rates are always reasonable and truckers are welcome.